Hey, what's going on? It's the DL podcast for this week. I'm currently very cold and annoyed. Couldn't get this up at the regular time this week. I apologize. My fucking modem and router combination went out on me this weekend, and I had to fucking get that fixed. I can't fucking get out of my parking spot because this guy has a fucking trailer hitch on a fucking SUV. And it's fucking sticking out. I didn't ever tell that story, huh? I was parked on a city street, visiting my mother, and I was visiting my mom, and fucking the guy that lives across the street from her, fucking backed into me, and he made it my fault, because apparently I'm not supposed to park in this certain spot on the street in front of his house because I guess I'm just not allowed to park on this fucking spot because this guy has claimed city property as his own and fucking back into me. He had a big ass trailer hitch on it and fucking put a big old dent right in my fucking front bumper. I sounded a little irritated because, well, I'm cold, and the company I work for doesn't allow you to wear a hooded sweatshirt inside their premises, or however the fuck you say it. So I have to wrap myself up in a Mexican blanket, because that's the most dense blanket I have is my Mexican blanket. I have to wrap myself up in a blanket when I'm in there because they fucking have the air conditioning blasting until like 8 o'clock. So I was fucking freezing in there. And also, I've been doing this job. This is my 3rd week of training. And the fucking guy that sits in front of me, Jesus Christ. I mean, this fucking guy, he has this complex that he has to be right all the fucking time. He just has to, add in his little tidbit of fucking information to every fucking topic. And, our teacher, or facilitator, so I guess what he's called, he's, mentioned to him several times to not talk about stuff that's off topic. And by off topic, I mean shit that doesn't even relate to what we're doing in class. So this fucking guy, he continuously does it. He continuously cusses. This guy doesn't know the definition of fucking professionalism. I'm not going to say his name or anything because I don't fucking want him to fucking hear this at some point and have him fucking singled out. But there's this fucking guy in my class. He's just fucking like my friend. She gave me a long fucking speech. I have a good friend of mine I go and work out with 2 or 3 times a week. And no, I'm not banging her. I'm not dating. She's just my friend, She's bisexual or lesbian or whatever. I don't know. People make up their own minds. But, she helped me out, with this job. She helped me because my fucking resume was fucking a mess. I had the same resume since I was 16. And I just never changed the format of it or never updated it. So I fucking, and the audio's probably going to sound fucked up because I'm wearing headphones. FYI, I'm going to get this hopefully to a point where I can speak into an actual microphone instead of doing it through my iPhone's headphone jack. She fucking helped me out with my resume and everything, and while she was doing so, she fucking told me, she was like, okay, she said, this is your first full-time job, you need to have a thing of professionalism, I guess is a thing. You dress up in what they tell you to dress up in, so hence why I don't wear my hooded sweatshirt anymore, because apparently people were taking advantage of wearing a hood indoors. One fucking guy ruins it for the rest of us, So, and you could tell it was just 1 or 2 people doing it too. It wasn't like the whole call center was wearing hooded sweatshirts and fucking answering phone calls. Yeah, that guy tried to cut me off. He's not getting away with that. But fucking A, man. She told me, you have to be professional. You have to wear fucking the clothes they tell you to wear. Business casual. You show up, you shut up, you do your job, and you fucking go home and you get paid. That's how things go for most people. So yeah, and this guy, I can tell he never got that talk. I don't know if he's just expressing all this shit all these fucking little tidbits of information or whatever the fuck he's talking about, just because he doesn't have any friends or anything, and he just doesn't have anyone to talk to about whatever, or if he's just like that all the time, I don't fucking know. But this guy, it's getting to the point where he's becoming annoying. Like, it was cool, like, the first week. Like, okay, we get how smart you are with your fucking boatload of information you want to tell us about. But after a while, man, it's fucking ridiculous. And this guy, he's being a freaking asshole, you know? So, I'm currently on my lunch right now. I'm recording this at 6:24 p.m. on Monday night. As I said, sorry for not getting the podcast up at the scheduled time, but my fucking modem went out on me, man. I didn't have internet for 2 fucking days. It was fucking ridiculous. So I'm pulling up. I'm getting McDonald's, you know, because that's what's close to me, and I didn't fucking bring a salad. So you're going to hear me ordering right now, so give me a second.
Hi, what can I get for you?
Can I get a McChicken, a McDouble, and a large Diet Coke?
Okay, McChicken, McDouble, large Diet Coke. Anything else for you tonight?
Actually, can I add a value fry to that too, please?
Sure. Your total is $601 at the first Sunday. Thank you.
Cool, thank you. Always try and get the cheap fucking stuff. You know, Chick-fil-A, they don't have a value menu. You know, you have to be fancy when you go there. You have to order the whole fucking $10 meal. But I'm not fucking doing that. I just come here and I fucking order things off the value menu because I'm that chintzy, or trying to become that.
$239 at the first Sunday. Thank you. Hello.
Oh, wait, I need it.
Someone?
Hold on. Here you go.
You don't have a penny?
Let me look. Yep, do have a penny. Thank you.
There you go.
Oh, thank you. Just give me 1 second. I'm fucking picking up my food here.
McDouble and small fry, and also our large. Any sausage, ranch, ketchup?
Ketchup and ranch if you have it.
Ranch, gotcha. Perfect. There we go.
Oh, thank you. Anyways, but I will say this with Chick-fil-A, that they can give you sauces, okay? If you ask for one of every sauce, they're fucking giving it to you. I just got 2 ranches. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with 2 ranches? You know? But yeah, fucking works, you know, work. I get my first paycheck on Wednesday evening whenever my direct deposit drops. So, gee, I think that guy just hit the curb, man. Fucking, God, the sound of that is just fucking intense. Yeah, man, it was fucking craziness, you know. Fucking craziness this weekend not having internet. I couldn't access any of my social media. Couldn't go on YouTube. I couldn't watch any Netflix. I was fucking basically trapped in my own home for 2 days. So there's that, and you know, fucking, hey man, I thought to myself, you know, the cavemen, you know, they fucking went without internet, you know, when they were around. I wonder how the fuck they did, you know, but they were too busy, you know, trying not to get eaten by a fucking not a gazelle, a fucking lion, or a tiger, or a bear, or whatever the fuck was running around. They're trying to catch fish out of a river, making fire. Like, they didn't have time to watch TV, and plus it wasn't even invented then, so. Anyways, what else? Oh, sports. Fucking get to it, since apparently I'm turning this podcast into a fucking sports podcast. What the fuck happened? Oh, that fucking LA Rams New Orleans Saints game. Jesus. Like, I knew that was going to be a shootout, but I didn't think that the Rams were going to lose the way they did. Like, it was a great game. Congrats to both teams. They're going to meet each other again in the NFC NFC Championship game. I don't know, man. The Saints are going to have home field advantage, it looks like. So the Rams have a possibility of having to go back to New Orleans to win in order to go to the Super Bowl. So we'll see how that all pans out. My Seattle Seahawks lost to the LA Chargers. And the LA Chargers, for the second time this season, got a fucking lucky no call. The first one, I believe, was against when they were playing the Cleveland Browns. Rivers threw a fucking touchdown, and the left tackle was clearly at false started, and the referees didn't even call it. And I think that was the game that one of those side judges got fired. It was like the first time ever that a side judge had gotten fired throughout an NFL season, which I think should happen a lot more. I think a lot of the officials should be, tested, and if they don't do well, they should be fired throughout the season. Like, there's a point where too many bad calls by one referee is enough, So that was the first one. Then the second one was in the Seattle Seahawks game. Rivers threw to Mike Williams, their new receiver out at Clemson. And this guy, a Seahawk went up to tackle him, and he did like a little spin move on the sideline, and his back of his heel was clearly out of bounds, and they fucking go to review it, and they still call it a touchdown. Fucking bullshit. So they end up winning by 8 points. But if they had called that touchdown back, it probably could have gone to overtime, and the Seahawks could have won that game. But nope, they fucking fucked that one up. So the Seahawks, I believe, are under 500 now. Congratulations to the Boston Red Sox. I knew they were going to win. I knew the Dodgers aren't going to be able to come back. Oh, that must have been fucking terrible for Dodger fans, though, to fucking lose in your own fucking stadium. I don't know, some with the LA Dodgers, like they creamed the NL West during the regular season, and then they get into like the National League Championship, or whatever the fuck it's called, the NLCS, or NLDS, whatever the fuck, and the even the World Series, and then they lay a fucking goose egg. Like, what the fuck, Dodger fans? You guys are the most fucking you guys like to gloat a lot so much. What the fuck happens to you in the playoffs? Yeah, man, the NFL's shaping up. We're starting to see which teams are what. I think tonight there was the Dallas Cowboys and the Tennessee Titans are playing. Dallas just required Amari Cooper from Oakland. Oakland Raiders, man, I don't know. John Gruden, like that guy, he's saying he's building a championship team, but yet he's cut Bruce Irvin, Amari Cooper, Khalil Mack, and Marshawn Lynch is injured. But geez, man, I don't know who the fuck else they have on that team now. I think they might go back to how the Oakland Raiders were in the mid to late 2000s, where they just fucking had back-to-back 4-12, 3-13, 2-14, 1-15 seasons. But we'll see where John Gruden goes, man. He's apparently he thinks he can still coach, so we'll give him a fucking chance here. What else? I'm trying to think of things to talk about here. As I'm fucking smelling my food in my passenger seat right now. Yeah, I got told I couldn't wear a hooded sweatshirt, so I have to fucking I have a Mexican blanket, and I fucking wrap myself in it like it's a shawl, and fucking, that's how I stay warm until I get my first paycheck. Then I'm gonna go out and buy me a proper coat that apparently that doesn't have a hood. So no one fucking, it's just the hood that people are complaining about, nothing else. It's just the fucking hood that they have the problem with. It was funny, one of my coworkers, she said she's gonna bring a poncho. one of those Mexican style ponchos that you can wear. She said she was gonna wear one of those, and I was like, if you wear that, I will give you a round of applause, because that is a fucking brilliant fucking idea. What else? Yeah, I haven't really been up on anything much. I've been fucking out of internet the last 2 days. I just got it fixed, and we were due for an update though, because our fucking modem was fucking was fucking 6 years old. So now we have 5G speed service, and it's fucking great, man. I'm fucking liking it already. Get to stream stuff even faster than I was before. You don't realize how much of an update you need until you actually get one. So, what else? Oh, a little update on the homeless guy by the gas station by my house. He's fucking still there. I saw him, I think yesterday. He was fucking sleeping in like the back part of where the gas station was. He has a pillow and a blanket, and he's just fucking sleeping back there. And I was driving by him because I was getting gas, and I fucking drove past that guy sleeping, man. It made me realize how lucky I am to be in the position I am, to be a college graduate, to have a full-time job, because, from now on, every minute I think I shouldn't show up to work because I fucking just don't like my job or whatever the fuck. I'm gonna keep thinking about that guy, man, and what fucking situation he's in, and so feel bad for that guy, but he put himself in that position somehow, and he has the power to fix it himself. So fucking I don't know how much time I've done. I need to charge my phone though. I've done 16 and a half minutes so far. But I need to eat my lunch and fucking recoup here after that fucking 4 hour and 15 minute mess that was in that fucking room. So I'm gonna cut this off right now. I'm gonna eat my fucking lunch or dinner. I don't know why they call it lunch when it's at fucking 6:30 at night, but someone fucking invented that. I told one of my former employers, it's like, aren't we having dinner? And he's like, no, we call it lunch. But anyways, so I'm gonna cut this off right now, and then I'll fucking when I get off of work, I'll fucking record on the way home and give you guys a fucking update on how work went and everything. But I need to charge my phone too, because I'm trying to update my phone to get these new emojis. My fucking girl sent me these emojis, and it kept coming up as question marks, and I was like, why are you sending me question marks? And she's like, oh, you haven't updated to the new Apple iOS 12. So anyways, so I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. I'll edit it together so you don't even realize that I'm gone. Alright, bye. And I'm back. I am back. I am off work now. I am driving out of the parking lot. Jesus Christ, what a fucking night. So much to talk about on this fucking Monday. So basically, as I was talking about before, the guy sitting in front of me, what a fucking he's a grade A asshole. Like literally, he's picked probably 3 or 4 fights with fucking people tonight. And I don't think he's gonna make it through the end of training the way he's going. Like, that guy is so fucking out of line. Like, okay, so just as an example, like, he'll fucking towards the end we were taking what's called a knowledge check, which is basically, you read an article or a PowerPoint, and then they give you a quiz, like grade school, and then you fucking you see what you learn. If you don't pass with an 80% or higher, then fucking you don't make it, and you have to do it over again. Fair enough. I've only struggled with 1 or 2 of the knowledge checks. One of them I had to take like 3 times, but for the most part I've been doing pretty good. But this fucking guy, he thought he knew everything, so he fucking zoomed through this one we were taking tonight that was 60 fucking slides long. But the caveat, like my phrasing there, caveat. The caveat was that if you didn't pass this e-learning, you basically had to do the whole thing over again. And there was some weird technical thing where you'd have to have the teacher reinstate it or whatever the fuck. So I was taking my time, not rushing through it like a fucking asshole, trying to absorb all the information and shit, because it's important shit. It was about disposing of hazardous waste, That's important shit. You don't want to blow up the dump or any of the fucking wildlife that live there. So, I keep trying to burp because that McDonald's I had earlier was fucking got me all bloated now. Anyways, this fucking guy, he zooms right through it, and then he fucking fails. He fucking fails, and he starts blaming other people, for him failing. He started blaming the fucking test. He was blaming the teacher. He was blaming the other students. Oh, this guy is, Jesus Christ. He started picking a fight with one of the girls that sits up front, who I've, kind of, talked to or whatever. She's cool or whatever. But he starts picking a fight with her over her ability to finish the test when he didn't even finish the fucking test. It's one thing to be a know-it-all, but then there's also another thing to be a complete and utter jackass. And that's what this guy is. I don't fucking, mess with him. I'm not going to say anything to him, because at this point, he's established. He knows who he is. He's a jackass. That's what he is. And, I'm not going to tell him it. I'm sure the management is going to, if they haven't already, they're going to tell him that he needs to fucking tone it the fuck down. The teacher kind of already said that in class. He said that, we shouldn't be talking off topic. But, I don't know if this guy is going to get it or not. He's already been absent or late 2 or 3 times. It's all about professionalism, people. Like I talked about earlier when I was on here, before I had to cut it off. If you work in a call center, or if you have one of those jobs that requires you to wear dress pants and loafers, show up, do your job, zip your lip, and fucking do your job, And then just let other people make fucking complete and utter jackasses out of themselves like this fucking guy. And meanwhile, you're sitting back in the pocket like fucking Tom Brady against the Green Bay Packers, just sitting back there waiting for a post route to come, and then boom, you fucking hit it and there's a touchdown. And the touchdown would be getting a raise, getting a promotion, whatever the fuck, So yeah, that guy, I hope he gets his shit together, but chances are he's probably not. Just because, when you get to what kind of age he's at, you're kind of determined who the fuck you are. It takes a milestone to change a person like that. He's just one of those people that's just being an SOB. I don't know. But anyways, so Jesus Christ, is getting over that. On the freeway driving home right now. Beautiful overcast night. A lot of people, because I live in San Diego, they get jealous, that we live in all this fucking sunshine and palm trees and shit, and just like how people in Seattle get sick of fucking having rainy weather and having it piss down rain all the fucking time, San Diegans, sometimes, at least I do, I get tired of having sun all the time. A lot of people won't agree with me on that, but fucking I just do, you fucking you want something different, and plus we've been in a rain deficit the last 2 or 3 winters down here, so we need the rain, and it's fucking November, and I think the rain, whatever the fuck, the rain season has already started. So, I hope we get a good wet winter this year, as much as people down here fucking hate it. If it gets below 60 fucking 8 degrees, everyone's running around in a fur-lined parka. I went to school up in Sacramento. It gets down to the high 30s up there. And you're fucking... I fucking had to go out. I remember I went out one time because I had to fucking go across the street to the 7-Eleven to get something. I forget whatever the fuck. I was probably making a bad fucking decision, getting a fucking hot dog or whatever the fuck. But I fucking go out and it was fucking cold, man. It was 38 degrees. And for some fucking reason, I went out there in shorts and a fucking tank top. And I fucking froze. And I learned my lesson, hey, you fuck. You're not supposed to go out in the winter with the fucking, with your shorts on up there. But, and kind of adapted me like, hey man, 65 degrees isn't that cold. The only reason it's been cold lately is that we get these patterns, man, where it's fucking 80 degrees and then for like 4 or 5 days, and then it goes right down to 70 degrees. And so your body automatically is going to get a chill just because it's the difference in temperature. I'm talking like I think I'm a meteorologist or something, but that's my thinking of it or whatever. So I'm heading home right now. This podcast will probably be up. I'm gonna schedule it for 6 a.m. Apologies to the people who are waiting at 12 o'clock. All fucking 5 of you at this point, right? Because no one's fucking staying up for this podcast to drop. So I am beat tired. I am driving home. I'm glad my fucking Monday is over. And I like how my fucking boss was saying that we have a case of the Mondays. Like, who the fuck said we had a case? Who is we, first of all? And I don't have a case of the Mondays, okay? I showed up to work today ready to fucking work. If you have a case of the Mondays, that just means you're fucking lazy and just don't want to make your paycheck. You're getting paid $15 an hour to show up to this place at work, and yet you're gonna make an excuse that you have a case of the Mondays. Like, that's not even a verified illness, as far as I know. Anyways, so I'm gonna make this podcast a little short. I'm beat tired. I think I've run out of topics. I was gonna do some Google headlines. But I'm gonna cut it short. I'm just gonna get this ride on home and then go and fucking get some rest for tomorrow. Tomorrow's supposed to be an easier day, supposedly, but you never fucking know. So yeah, that's it. I will talk to you guys tomorrow, or actually not tomorrow, next week, and I'll definitely fill you guys in on how my week went and everything with this fucking guy. Hopefully he's still got employment next week by the time I get back to this podcast. But, you never fucking know. Maybe he'll fucking do himself in by then. But anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you for listening to the podcast. And I'll talk to you guys next week. Okay, bye.